Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place. Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place. Just know that surely the presence of God is in this place. I invite you now to just relax, to breathe, resting in the awareness of your breath transforms our lives into a living meditation. So just feel that peace, and in this prayer of release, we just call forth the power of release and allow God to direct my path. Not my will, but His will be done through me. Just allow yourself to set the intention to release any and all resistance and to surrender to any seemingly challenge or adversity. And just breathe that out. Right now, I stand firm in my power, and I make a conscious decision to align myself with the spirit that is within me. When I am calm and serene, I am relaxed. I am at peace. I am open, and I am receptive to the power of release. As I enter into the silence, I feel the presence of God as my breath. As I inhale and exhale, I can feel that presence. My higher self begins to reveal people, patterns of thought, and behaviors that are not in my best interest, or that are not promoting my higher purpose. In that breath, I give myself permission to move on and to do only what is mine to do. As my faith and my wisdom are fortified, I am easily guided to take inspired action to experience the growth, the transformation, and the evolution of true freedom. I boldly and graciously accept a new and bountiful harvest, and I say goodbye to all that is no longer productive. And I move forward with grace and with ease, and I am at peace. So I let go, and I let God,
song I'm going to do is a song by someone you might not have heard of. Her name is Faith Rivera. She's originally from Hawaii, and she spent a bunch of time in LA. I actually met her at Unity Village at one of the music conferences. And she's amazing, and I love this song. And it fits for today. I am called to be a healer for all humanity. I am called to be a dreamer, believe in what can be. I am called to be a maker, be an instrument of peace. I am called to be a giver, of abundance I receive. I am called to be a prayer, living out the truth I seek. I am called to be everything. I am called to be the glory here on earth, so all might see all the love and all the beauty that shines in you and me. I am the living, breathing God, and you are one in me. I'm called to be. You are called to be a mother, to nurture family. You are called to be a brother, be strength in times of need. You are called to be a neighbor, see your friend in all you meet. You are called to be a leader, to build community. You are called to be a prayer, living out the truth you seek. You are called to be everything. You are called to be the glory here on earth, so all might see all the love and all the beauty that shines in you and me. You are the living, breathing God. You are one in me. You are called to be. We are called to be the counted, set the broken-hearted free. We are called to be forgiveness when pain has run too deep. We are called to be compassion, be the wind beneath each wing. We are called to make communion, then we can succeed. We are called to be a prayer, living out the truth we seek. We are called to be everything. We are called to be the glory here on earth, so all might see all the love and all the beauty that shines in you and me. We are the living, breathing God. You are one in me. We're called to be peace, called to be joy, called to be love, called to be peace, called to be joy, called to be love, called to be peace, called to be joy, called to be free, called to be.
Thank you, Lynn. It is always wonderful to have you join us. Thank you. I'm going to put this down. I'm sure it's a lot. Good job. Thank you. Karma. how do you feel about karma? How many of you have even thought about karma? A few of you have been thought about karma. It's a fascinating subject. If you were going to ponder karma, there are apparently 4 aspects of karma, and this is not a Buddhist lesson, kind of. So, the results of your life reflect the causes that you created. How does that feel? Particularly when things happen that aren't exactly what you might have wanted to have happen. I got to take an extra walk yesterday. I got to be stressed out a little. And how much of that did I create? Results reflect the causes. So when I first became part of Unity, there were people who would come up to someone and say, "Why did you create this in your life?" That wasn't a very popular thing to say. If you're in the hospital, if you broke your leg, if you broke your arm, and somebody's going to say to you, "Why did you create this?" you probably aren't going to like that. But yet, in a sense, isn't that what we just said? Positive thoughts, positive words create positive results. The third one is karma increases. There can be no results without accumulating causes. That's a pretty interesting thing. It's not like, all right, I'm going to stay right here and I'm going to say a positive thought and the rest of my day is going to be perfect. Is that how it works? Why not? Didn't we just say positive thoughts create positive results? What's the lag? What's the difference?
Cumulative.
Cumulative. Aha.
And you're thinking all the time.
And you're thinking all the time. And I could have you affirm with me together, and we could affirm it 3 times. But then if the next thought in your head is a bunch of baloney, did you wipe out the positive thoughts? And the fourth one is same track. Every action brings a definite result. If we learn to master our karma, we could create the reality that we want. Now, since we're not Buddhists, let's go at this a different way. Suppose I were to quote Galatians 6:7. I'm guessing most of you are not Bible scholars enough to automatically know what that verse is, but what it says is, "Be not deceived, God is not mocked. As you sow, so shall you reap." Have you heard those words before? Does that sound like karma?
Yeah.
And then Jesus said in Luke 6:38, the measure you give will be the measure you get back. Does that sound like karma?
Yeah.
And then in James it says, be doers of the word, not hearers only. So Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, was a student of world religions. The World Parliament of Religions was first held I think it's 97, anyway. We've already had the 100th anniversary, and it's going to happen this summer again in Chicago. The very first Parliament of World Religions, back in the 1890s, in attendance were Charles and Myrtle Fillmore. So they were studying and interested in and supportive of world religions over 100 years ago, when most Christians, because unity is a Christian religion, were not honoring other religious traditions. So we know that the Bible supports a belief that what we do, what we think, has results. Charles Fillmore put it into our principles. We say it several different ways. We are co-creators with God, creating reality through thoughts held in mind. Sometimes we say, I create my experience by what I choose to think and what I feel and believe. Sometimes we say, everything in the manifest realm has its beginnings excuse me, in thought. Sometimes we say, thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. Sometimes we say we do not manifest every thought we have, only those thoughts that we hold and infuse with the power of faith and imagination. Sometimes we call it the law of mind action. Sometimes we say our thoughts have creative power to influence events and determine our experiences. Can anybody tell me how the CSL folks say this same principle? Change your thinking, change your life. So, if this is such a commonly held tenet or belief, how is it that we don't believe it? Because if we believed it, we would live our lives differently. We would speak differently. We would behave differently. It's a pesky thought. It's just as pesky for your minister as it is for you. And I've been working on it for 30-some years now. And I've managed to change a lot of the ways that I say things. But I don't do it 100% of the time. I slip up. But having the intention to speak positively, to do things positively, that's my intention. So in the book, Instant Karma, the story unfolds that on this one particular day, everyone's karma happens just like that. One person gives a homeless man money and instantly wins the lottery. Another person goes out and does good deeds that are returned by instant process. So, if we wanted to create a lot of positive actions in our own life, would we be volunteering more? Would we be giving more? Would we be serving in ways that perhaps we don't think of? So in the words of Bishop Oscar Romero, if you know who he is, he said, we cannot do everything. And there is a sense of liberation in realizing that. Does that sound like something we just said? We can't do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that we can do. So then it becomes a question of how are we called to serve? So there's an individual call to serve, As a church, there's a collective call to serve. And so when you think about packing for Colorado Feeding Kids tomorrow night, that's a positive action that some of us take, the ones of us who are called to do that. If you think about the way we share our giving with the community not-for-profits, that's a way that we bless. So we have a collective call, we have an individual call, and it is more than just the words we say. It's also the actions that we take. Yesterday, after I walked to Ellen's house, Ellen drove me back. Ellen got good karma points for that. So she's collected a good karma point for that. So think about your day, all the things, it's totally off my ears, all the things that you do throughout the day. Do you do something to help other people? Do you think thoughts that benefit other people? Do we pray for other people? See, all of those are cumulative. That's the tricky part. So I'm going to say if Ellen drove me back to get into the Unity House, so I didn't have to walk back, and then she spent the rest of the afternoon thinking, I can't believe Doris just walked out of there and didn't have her keys and didn't have her phone. And do you see what I mean? She may have done the good action, but she may have judged me the rest of the afternoon. Now, she didn't, but do you see how we trip ourselves up? We do a good thing, we say good words, and then we follow those sometimes with negative words and thoughts. So, this is really meant to tease you into coming to class. So I hope that you will join us as we read the book Instant Karma. So I'm just going to invite us to breathe, to take a deep breath, and to allow ourselves to connect at a heart level. When we are at the level of the heart, there is only love and good thoughts. It's all that flows from the energy of our heart. We breathe into thoughts and send love and energy to those who are grieving. We choose to pause and gather love and energy and good thoughts and send them to the Ukraine. We send love and good thoughts to our political leaders, that they can come together and produce awesome results. We say kind things about our friends and about our family. We send them love. The only actions that result from thoughts and words of love are positive. Placing ourselves in the energy of love ensures that we are creating positive words and thoughts. Placing ourselves in the energy of judgment, of criticism, disparaging remarks, impinges on the energy of love. So we breathe and we move into that energy. We move into the energy of healing, sending healing energy to anyone who's open to receive that healing energy. Sending positive thoughts, knowing that everything is possible. Seeing those possibilities in our mind's eye coming to fruition. That is the energy of love. We are called to see the beauty in this world. As we look west at our mountains, we see that beauty. We see it abundantly expressing. We can choose to call forth the beauty of our snow that will melt. Bringing moisture to the earth. How we see each event that is a part of our life has a cumulative effect on our life. We choose to see the good. We become sleuths as we look for, find, discover, highlight, live into that truth. The world is filled with those who judge and criticize. We are the balancing forth of that energy with the energy of love, of healing, creating a positive experience in the world. Taking this opportunity to take another deep breath, we simply pause in the stillness to listen, to generate, and to send forth all that is good. We are living prayers, holding the positive energy for every aspect of life on this planet. For the people, for the animals, for the plants and trees, for our streams, for our oceans. We can see and create the world that we want to live in. We have the power. We have the strength, the courage, the love, and the wisdom to see this world rightly. So we use our power of will to choose to do it, to make it so, and to send it forward. We do it today together. We do it every minute of our day when we are not together. We choose. And so it is, and so we let it be. Amen.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. We are one now, 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 we are one now.
So, this is the time when we share of our abundance. Some of us share through consistent giving. It's automatically deducted. Some of us might choose to use a credit card in the back on our square. Some of you might choose to text and Zelle us money. But what keeps this church alive and present for you is the gifts that you give. And so I invite you to affirm with me, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
This is an original of mine that I wrote in 2008. Surrender to your gifts and let your light shine. Surrender to your gifts and you will shine. Surrender to your gifts and let your light shine. You will shine, you will shine, you will shine. Yes, this little light of mine made its way into my song and I kept it there. Remember what you did when you were younger. The one thing that satisfied your hunger. You don't have to look too much. I see it in your eyes. There's no more time for you to wonder. So surrender to your gifts and let your light shine. Surrender to your gifts, you will shine. Surrender to your gifts, let your light shine. You will shine, you will shine, you will shine. Deep down you know what your passion is. The one thing that brings you the most bliss. You don't have to think too long. I see it on your face. You know exactly what it is. How many times do you have to hear you got it before you know it to be true? So surrender to your gifts, let let your light shine. Surrender to your gifts and you will shine. Surrender to your gifts, let your light shine. You will shine, you will shine, you will shine. You know what means the most to you. The one thing you said you'd get around to. You don't have to think too hard. I see it in your smile. You know exactly what to do. Sing with me. Surrender to your gifts, let your light shine. Surrender to your gifts and you will shine. Surrender to your gifts and let your light shine. You will shine, you will shine, you will shine. You will shine, you will shine, you will shine. Thank you, Jana, helped me with that. And if you want to know more about that, ask me later.
All right. So, we bless all the gifts that are given. We are grateful and we say thank you. And we bless our children who are not here today. We bless all of the children in the world. You might want to join me. Let's generate some energy and bless them. You are loved, special, and important. We see you and bless the divine being that you are. And you can stand and join in our prayer for protection. So the light of God surrounds us. I am that light. The love of God enfolds us. I am that love. The power of God protects us. I am that power. The presence of God watches over us. I am that presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Thank you for being here this morning. And I'm going to use the square. If you want to see how it's done, come with me.